Before we dive into this, you pointed out something about Steph and what he spent the other night, giving them 47. What did he spend?
Unfortunate for Golden State that they had such a quick turnaround, because we already had two other breaks in this series, right, where there was 2 off days. Now he has to expend all that energy the other night, Scott. 31 shots, 14 free throws, 14 threes. You saw the way he was playing, and he's 190 pounds.
Yeah.
It's hard for a guy that's built like that to have to carry that kind of load in one game, come right back less than 2 days later, and try to replicate that. He didn't have it tonight, and I could tell early he couldn't get separation with his handle. And that told me right away he just didn't have that juice in his legs. They got a nice lift from Clay, but it wasn't enough because the supplemental offense just was not there. They needed Curry to be great. He couldn't be tonight.
He wasn't. The guy that is built for this is Kawhi Leonard. I mean, as you watch him, everything seems like it's slow and easy, and yet obviously it's incredibly difficult. What has most impressed you?
I think the precision on his shot making. When you and I were sitting in the green room, I said, you talk about great shooters, and he clearly is one. There's no margin for error on that thing. I mean, it's a dart. It's just going over the rim because it's straight as an arrow, which means it's got to be perfect, and they all are. They go in, they hit the back of that rim, and they come straight down. Like when I would go in the gym by myself, and I would try to shoot a perfect shot. For me, that was inside the net, hit the back of the rim, and come back to me. And I used to call it like my dog. I'd call it, come on back. I wouldn't have to get anybody to go chase the ball. That's how his jumper looks all the time. It goes straight through, straight down. The precision on his shot making is unbelievable, particularly off the bounce with guys hanging on him. But you talk about, not being sped up. He's so strong. He's so on balance. He never does anything he doesn't want to do because of that physical strength component. And the other thing that stood out to me, the inside presence that Toronto has in their offense that Golden State doesn't have. They just don't have the balance there offensively that Toronto does. And Ibaka was enormous tonight for that reason.
And we see that he will join us to discuss his game, because complementary scoring so often can be the difference in who wins and who loses. The Stars, someone's going to step up. Kawhi did his part with 36. But what they got out of Siakam tonight was what?
Yeah, you're not exactly sure with this team.
Siakam, excuse me, Ibaka.
With Ibaka, yeah, you're not exactly sure with this team who it's going to be.
Right.
On a given night.
Siakam.
Particularly this team, you really don't know who it's going to be. It was Lowry and Green the other night. Tonight it was Serge Ibaka, and he came into the game immediately, tried to have an impact, super aggressive in the paint. I talked about the interior presence. That middle of floor pick and roll where these guys are diving into the paint, catching the ball. Golden State's had no answer because they're playing so small at times that Ibaka doesn't even feel anybody's presence when he's slipping to the rim. Like, the guys that are rotating to him are guards. So he's catching it in the lane. He's going up quick and strong and athletic. He made a couple of plays at the rim defensively. One of those in which he walks into a trail 3 off of that. He was just on a different level tonight. And look, you knew Kawhi was going to be great. We're kind of used to that now. So you go, well, where's it going to come from? Are Lowry and Green going to make 11 threes? Didn't have to tonight because they got 20 out of Serge Ibaka on a night when they had to have it. And I just think when you watch Golden State right now, the lack of interior presence offensively, Cousins barely saw the floor in the second half. He's clearly not there. It's Kevin Durant, right? That's the difference on both ends. An interior presence defensively with his length. He's their best shot blocker. And then what he can do in areas of the floor to go get a shot that's clean, even when guys are draped on him. They just do not have that element, obviously, to their offense. The big man is looming. We don't know if we're going to see him, but I'll tell you what, if he doesn't appear on Monday night, I do not think Golden State can win that game.
Well, if they can't win tonight, I realize it's a quick turnaround, but if they're not going to win tonight in that building after Toronto goes 2 of 18 from 3 in the first half, and they've got, honestly, a clear path, but you've got to win tonight. I'm with you. I'm with you. Tim Legler, appreciate you.
Thanks, Scotty.